Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Erin. I show you guys kind of a peek into my life and also my mind. This week I took you guys along while redecorating my home. I'll show you guys the aesthetic that I was going for while I also go shopping and then also start to actually decorate the pieces. So hope you enjoy. Today we're going to be doing basically a little basically a little house redecoration in a way. So I'm going to insert a few clips of what the house looks like currently, and then I'm going to basically take you guys along as we go look for some pieces. I want to go to the dollar store, Walmart, and then probably like HomeSense, Winners, Marshalls, that sort of thing. Maybe Amazon. I'll show you guys things that I've got recently. And also I kind of want to walk you through some things that I want to possibly do now so that you know what I'm looking for when we go shopping. First things first, I want to show you guys the inspiration I have for this house. The house is very kind of minimalistic, a little earthy with like the woods and the greens. Here's kind of the inspo I have for the house. So as you can see, it's a little bit more like, I don't know if it's Scandinavian or if it's more like European style, kind of Parisian, a little like farmhouse vibe. So just basically more homey, more warm, a little less. Like I feel like right now I try and keep things very minimal, and I'm a little bit more willing to have more artsy, kind of funky, cool, unique pieces in the house while also keeping it very warm and neutral. So a lot of the same tones, but I don't know if you guys can see the vibe. Do you know what I mean? It gives me like humble princess. That's what we're calling my home decor style. It's called humble princess. I actually love that. So here are a few things that I want to get. I want to get some brown pillows for the couches because I feel like in this picture, that's really what makes a big difference in this room is the brown couches. And right now my couches are just plain white. And then I also want to get for the living room a bigger pot, kind of like this, that I can replace for my plastic plant that I have. Why did I call it a plastic plant? My fake plant. I have a fake plant that's in the corner, and as you guys can see, the bottom of it is like a wicker base. And I really like the way this tree looks. I don't know where I got this tree from. I think it might be my old roommate's, and she didn't take it when she moved out. Like, I want to say that's where it is because I don't remember buying this or bringing it with me. But anyways, I want to change the base of it, and I can literally take out the entire, like that fake foliage, I guess you could call it, and put it in a new pot as long as it's wide enough. So I want to do that and get a pot that's kind of more of like a rusticy, like, it's not quite terracotta, but like a ceramic type pot. And also I feel like it kind of just looks cheap in that little thing. So we're just gonna try and replace that whole entire pot area, but while keeping that plant. Then in the bedroom, I wanna get some beige duvet covers, because right now I don't have any duvet covers on my actual duvet. I just use the duvet as it is. And the only duvet cover that I do have is like this army green color that I used to have. If you guys check out my old videos from when I lived in that basement apartment, you guys would see what I'm talking about. But I want to go for like a more light beige cream color. Then in the kitchen, I am obsessed with how this looks. And I think one of the things that really make this kitchen are the shelving and just like that little, you know, like the marble and the wood and the mirror and having like another place to kind of decorate aside from just having like cabinet space and like the, you know, the top of the cupboard, or what's this called? The top of the island. This shit, you know? So basically I want to possibly put shelves here. I'm not really sure if this is a good idea or not, but I kind of want to put a shelf like along here. I just don't know how it would stick. It would have to be like a sticky shelf because this is metal. So like I can't drill into it or anything. It would have to just somehow stick there. Or I could put shelves along here, like maybe one here and then maybe one here. And then I would have decor like on the side of this cupboard. I just don't know if that would look weird or not. That's the only issue. And also I'm scared to do that and that this will like peel off because this is like a painted cupboard, I think. I don't want to peel the paint off. Okay, as I'm saying it, I think the better option might be to try and find something for there. But if I can't, then that's okay. I also want to get possibly a little wooden stand to put these little things on. And I might get new soap dispensers that where they're matching. But I also have Bath & Body Works soaps, so I don't really know how that'll work because it's like a foam pump. So I might have to just leave that. Now in the living room, the main thing I want to redecorate is this little shelf thing. It kind of has turned into clutter once again, and it's just kind of somewhere that I place things. I just don't like the way everything looks, and I really just want to redecorate it and have more like statement pieces that really tie in the house for me. And then over here in the living room, as you guys can see, let me do a little once over. It's kind of messy right now, so let's ignore this. That needs to go in the laundry. This usually is like in this corner over here. Water bottles, the blanket, everything's a mess. Okay, just ignore it. But I was thinking that I could do 2 shelves right here, and then I could have that be decorated, especially for during the winter when there's like Christmas seasons. I can have like stockings here for me and Nico, and that would be really cute. So I might also look for shelves to go there. There's a bunch of things on my phone. I just don't want to have to read them off right now and don't have time because it's already 6:24 and the stores close at 9, so we need to get going because there's like 3 locations. So let's do this. Be good, Miko. I'll see you later. So I didn't film it, but the first place I went was the dollar store, and then I stopped by at HomeSense. So this was the first pot that I came across, and it was actually the one that I decided to go for. This was another one of the options I had, but I felt like it was just too short for what I was going for, and I felt like the taller one just went more with the aesthetic. I was obsessed with these bowls, but they were like $30 for one. Also, this candle section, gotta love it. I mean, I was in here for a little while. I ended up actually grabbing actually 2 things off of this shelf. I picked up this little room spray because I felt like it would be good for before clients, as well as this little decor piece. I don't even know what to call this, but it basically had potpourri inside of it, so it smelled really nice and it looked really cute, so I felt like it would go well on the shelf. This was one of the shelves that I was looking at for my kitchen that I was telling you guys about. I didn't end up picking it up because I decided that I wasn't sure if I was ready to actually put it there yet. I wanted to talk to my dad and see if he thinks that's even a good idea at all. I don't want to ruin any of the cupboards or anything. Also, there was a dog in HomeSense. There were a few, actually. Here's the section of the soap dispensers. I really liked one of these specific soap dispensers, but I felt like it was just too expensive. I couldn't justify spending like $15 on a soap dispenser, so I didn't get it, but I thought it looked really cute, and I just felt like it was a little bit more of a bathroom sort of look compared to a kitchen look. You guys will see later what I ended up getting from Walmart, which was a lot better. That was one of the duvet covers that I looked at. I didn't end up getting it because I just think the pattern wasn't my vibe. This pillow as well, I liked the color, but I just didn't like the fact that it was shiny. I wish that it had been more of like a soft matte look. These pillows, on the other hand, were exactly what I was hoping for. The pattern on these just really bring in that like sort of European style, a little bit more homey, but they were pricey, to say the least. But I feel like all pillows are pricey, and they're just good pillows. You guys will see later. They just work really well with the space, and they're super, super soft and fluffy. So, can't complain. I'm in the parking lot of Walmart right now, and my phone died when I was in HomeSense. It was literally like dead when I was leaving the house, which I never do, but for some reason I just didn't realize my phone was dead. But anyways, I was sending pictures to Michaela to see what she thought on the pieces that I was getting, because I feel like buying home decor is difficult to do kind of alone, like making those decisions on your own, because you're only assuming what you know it's gonna look like, but getting a second opinion on like if it's actually gonna look the way that you're hoping it will look is always helpful. Anyways, I can return some of that stuff if it doesn't work. I'll show you guys what I got when I go home. Right now I'm just charging my phone, it's at 4%. I'm just gonna try and get it to like 10%, and then we'll go into Walmart. I wanna look and see if I can find some soap dispensers, because I couldn't find any at Dollarama that I liked. Or actually I didn't see any at Dollarama just in general. And then I couldn't see any that I liked at HomeSense. They were all too bathroomy. None of them were like for kitchen. And let me just see on my list if there was anything else that I want. Oh, a beige duvet cover. Marshall's, the car beside me. Just someone's going inside their car, so now I feel awkward. But anyways, I also need to get just like some other stuff. I need to get some vitamin B, like that vitamin B liquid that I take, because I ran out. I also want to buy 2 plants because I have pots that have no plants in them. Well, one plant is dead, and then the other one just is empty. Okay, well that was a blast. My car is so packed of stuff. Literally packed of stuff, packed with stuff. Good morning, guys. I kind of look a mess right now because I woke up and all I've literally done is brush my teeth and eat my breakfast, feed Miko, and I've just been chilling on the couch watching YouTube videos. Right now I'm watching Jordan's vlog from New York Fashion Week, but I want to basically set up all of this new stuff that I bought before I go to my cousin's wedding in about a few hours. So we're gonna do it looking kind of a mess in my little pajama outfit. And then I'll get changed later and that'll be a separate vlog. So if you want to see that stuff, go subscribe to my channel and see if the other video is posted, because eventually it will be. First things I want to show you are from the dollar store. These were like the boring items that I kind of just needed to get out of the way. I needed a new shower rod because my mom pointed out the other day when she was over that mine is super fucking rusted, and I don't know how I didn't notice how rusted my shower rod is. I got this one from the dollar store. It was literally, oh, it was $5, which is kind of expensive for the dollar store. I didn't realize that, but whatever. It's a shower rod. It would have been more expensive at Walmart or whatever. And then I got storage bags. So they're like the vacuum seal ones, and these are only $2.50. So if you guys need storage bags for your clothes, go to the dollar store because they have them there now and they're so much cheaper than getting them online or at Walmart. Now let's get into this stuff, which is all the fun stuff. So at Walmart, I bought 2 plants. I just got these 2 right here because I had a few pots that were empty. They're super cute, super pretty. At the dollar store, I also bought a few of these little sticks and stems. I feel like these would be good for one of the pots that I have. Next thing I got, I'm super excited about. This is from HomeSense. It's basically a little hand-painted like watering can. I don't even know what you'd call this. There's holes in it, so you can't actually use it as a watering can, but I felt like it would be such pretty decor, and it has like potpourri in the bottom and it smells so yummy. The scent is peony and honeysuckle. So that's what this looks like. It's super cute. I'm really happy with this. The next thing I got was a room mist because I don't really have any sprays for my house right now. I just have candles. So I figured for on like last minute times or times I don't want to burn a candle, this would be good. It says Meditate Room Mist. It's bergamot and patchouli with notes of jasmine and rose water. It smells so good. It really smells a lot like a spa. So I figured that when clients come over, I can spray it before they come in and they can have that nice smell. Also for before bed or if I'm going into the shower, just like literally anywhere throughout the house, it smells really nice. Next thing I got, I'm so happy about. It was a little expensive, but it was such a statement piece that I felt like it would be worth it. So it's this little decor piece right here. You know what it reminds me of? As soon as I saw it, I was thinking of, you know, those necklaces that are like those round necklaces. They're usually on like kind of a string. I think they're from like the 90s, I want to say. They were really popular. But that's what this reminds me of. And I'm just so obsessed with this. Like, it's so unique and pretty, and I'm just like, yes, absolutely yes. I love it so much. I'm so excited to put this on the shelf, and I feel like it brings in again that like same vibe that I'm hoping to go for. At Walmart, I got some new little typically this would be for like a bar of soap, but I figured I could just put my sponge on it beside the sink in the kitchen and then use this one for my my dish soap. And then honestly, I've decided that I think I'm probably just gonna not have hand soap beside the kitchen sink. I'll just have dish soap because like it's fine, whatever. Like I don't really wash my hands in the kitchen anyways. I usually wash my hands in the bathroom unless I'm like washing dishes. So I think that'll look a little bit more neat and kind of more intentional and like less clutter. And yeah, also I'm gonna be buying a bunch of stuff from Amazon, so that'll have to be after this because I need to order the stuff and it has to come and I need to set it up, but that's coming too, but just not yet. And then the next thing I got were just these little stickers. They're like identification tabs. I figured I could put these on the bins that I have in my kitchen and just have like labels on all of the bins so that I know what they're all for. Next thing I got, I don't want to pick it up because it's kind of a mess, but I got this little pot right here. I'm gonna actually replant that little plant that's over there in the corner. I'm probably just gonna stick a few boxes in the bottom of this pot because it is like a deep pot and that plant is kind of short for this. So I'm gonna put like boxes and then I'll probably put like some tissue paper around it and then cover the top with moss, and then hopefully it'll look good. If it doesn't, I'll have to just buy a different tree for this, because I'm just not sure if that tree is too like bushy for this type of plant. I feel like it needs to be more of like an olive branch type tree, if that makes sense, but we'll see. Then the next things I got, which I'm so happy about as well, literally everything I got I love so much, but I got these pillows. They were a little expensive. They were like 40 bucks each, but I feel like for pillows, that's how much all fucking pillows are, especially good pillows. And I figured if they don't work, then I can return them, but I have a feeling they're gonna work, which like I'm happy about, but I'm also like, fuck, you know? But I feel like the pattern on these just really goes with the vibe of the house that I'm trying to bring into, like less plain and a little bit more patterny, a little bit more artsy, a little bit more creative and unique, and just more homey and warm. And they're such like good quality pillows. Like, you know, a good quality pillow, you know what I mean? Like when you feel it, you're like, oh, that's a quality pillow. I was kind of torn between this pillow or these pillows and then another pillow that I showed you guys, but the other ones were just more like shiny and they kind of give me more like boss bitch house vibes. I don't even know how to explain what I mean by neon sign, and I can't think of anything else, but like, you know what I mean? Like it just didn't really suit the vibe that I was going for. I feel like the shininess took away from the pattern on the pillow, so I think this is a lot better. So now let's set everything up. Oh, they're so cute. These are the couch pillows. I like it a lot. I feel like it adds a little bit more texture to the couch. It's not just so white, and then also just makes it a little bit more cozy looking because it's not all like the structured pillows. It's more of like a fluffy pillow, and it ties in the color of the wood on the table and the carpet. Like I'm really happy with these, so I'm definitely going to keep them. I need to cut the tags off of them, but that's what they're looking like. Should we try and do this pot next? Also, ignore that blanket that's right there. I just wanted to put it in the wash because I've been using it for a few weeks, so I put it on the floor, and now Miko's using it as a bed. So that's why it's on the floor, if you're wondering. Okay, I don't want to break the pot, so I kind of need to like take off some of the corners of this. I just don't know how to do that. Let me get a knife. Okay, let's see. Watch out, Miko. Watch out, buddy. Okay, wait. Does that work? I can't tell if the tree is too full. Like, okay. You guys see what I mean, right? When I say the tree is too full. Like, I feel like it needs to be like, literally just this branch. Maybe not just that one. Maybe like, let's see. Like, I feel like this one makes it too much. Should I just break it? Because look how full that looks. It's because it's too low. Should I just do it? Will it even work? There's a wire in it, so I need to like break the wire. Whoa! This shit is everywhere. Like fake moss. Well, I could put it there, and then I could hang that plant over here. Okay, wait, let me move things around. I like the way this looks with the little pot over here on this side. I think, at least from this angle I do. Then I feel like over here is too plain. But I mean, I was planning to do shelves over here anyways. I'm gonna try and figure it out and then I'll come back to you guys. Okay, I think I figured it out and I'm really happy with it. So I moved that little pot that was originally in that corner right there. I just put it beside the mirror. Ignore all the stuff on the floor. I need to vacuum clearly because there's that green stuff, but it's gonna go here, and then I feel like that just kind of gives this area a little bit more life, or I can move it over there more towards the desk. Then as you guys saw, obviously the pillows. Then I moved Miko's toy bin from over here to over here, and then I put his bed here. He's really good about wires, so I don't have to worry about him like chewing on that or getting distracted with that or anything. So his bed is there. Then the toys are here to kind of cover up the wires as much as I can, but it's still kind of, you can still kind of see it. But I mean, only if you're really looking, because I feel like if you're just looking overview, you kind of see the toy bin. And then over here, I ended up actually pushing a few more of those little branches into the corner, so I need to get those cut. And then I think it'll look good. Obviously, you kind of have to ignore, you have to like look at it without those. I might do another one, like get rid of this, or just kind of play with it until I feel like the tree is bare enough for my liking. Now let's do the little shelf area and the kitchen and all of that. And Miko's like, what the fuck's going on? What the fuck is going on? I'll just remove all of this stuff that's on top. So the shelves are clean now, as you guys can see. Let's start placing some things. Okay, this is where I'm at right now. So I just put this piece on its own. I feel like it's such a statement that it kind of just needs to be the top shelf alone. And then the next one down, I have a little book that I got from the thrift store of like art from, I think it's the 1700s. This book that I love, and I think the cover is just really pretty. This little candle holder that I painted, and then the little potpourri thing that I bought recently. I don't know how I feel about the shelf. Like, I like it, but I also don't like it. I don't know what it is about this that is throwing me off. I don't know if it maybe just needs to be centered, or maybe I just need to like flip this so that, I'll show you. Like flip this so that it's just plain. Like maybe it's just too much. Sorry, I'm doing this one with one hand and it's making me really nervous. Maybe I'll move it to the corner. Do you think that looks better? Or maybe back in the middle? Does that look good? I don't know. I'm like stumped. It's so hard decorating shelves. I feel like shelves are the most difficult thing to decorate. But then the next shelf just has the little thing that I painted as well. If you guys are curious how I get these things, literally go to the thrift store and find a unique looking vase. Doesn't matter the color, the texture, whatever. And then just mix, I think it's baking soda and the paint that you're using. I literally get it from the dollar store and then just cover it in paint. Like if you look inside, it's green. This is like a clear green vase that I painted this color. So it's a lot cheaper than buying them online or wherever you can find them. But anyways, yeah, I think maybe this is cute. I don't know. I feel like I've been looking at it that it's so hard to tell.
Everything is hard when you're on the run. Every single moment I lost with confusion.
So that's how the little kitchen area is looking instead of these two kind of clunky ones. I'm really happy with that. I feel like it goes well with the tone of this counter as well. It doesn't like stand out too much. This could go really cute right here. You know? Like the spray that I use in the kitchen, my little soap. I also filled up more soap in that little container because it was empty, and I need to clean my mirrors because my mirrors are filthy right now. So I'm gonna do that after I put away all this stuff. Then I also cleaned the bathroom. I did like a deep clean because it needed it. If you guys are curious what I used to clean, oh my god, I didn't even realize how stupid this looks. I just threw a tank top on because I was like sweating, but whatever. I use Clorox wipes to clean the bathroom. I know some people use like reusable wipes or things like that. I just find that Clorox wipes to me is the least gross and just does the best job. You're not like constantly spraying and there's no like leftover smell of like intense cleaner smell. It just smells neutral, which I like. I also replaced the shower curtain or the shower rod. I also replaced all the towels in the bathroom, in the kitchen and everything. I do that like every week or so. about to put all the tabs on some of these baskets because they're pretty organized and they just don't have like what they are on them. Everything is so organized. I went through and kind of just redid the bins so that they're a little bit neater and everything that's supposed to be in them is actually in them and like lined up nicely and everything. And then I put the labels on them, as you can see. I want to show you guys what I did in the fridge as well because I did make some changes. So I used to have all of my sauces in one of these types of containers, but I actually took that container out and put my spices in it, which I'll show you in a second. And then I took the spice rack that I was using, which is this kind of like Lazy Susan, and I used the sauces. I used it for the sauces. So I basically switched what I was using for the sauces and the spices. So now this whole area is just a lot more accessible and I can see the sauces that I have, and all of my more like staple condiments is kind of along the sides, like pasta sauces, jerk sauce, my Nana's pepper sauce, pesto, salsa, soy sauce, that sort of stuff. Here is my spice rack. So I changed it to be in this little container. That way when I need my spices, I can just, instead of having to file through everything and trying to find everything in the cupboard, I can literally just pull out the bin, grab what I need, put it back, and I feel like it'll just stay a lot neater. I also replaced another one of the bins for my vitamins. So that's all that this video was. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for coming along with me. I'm gonna start getting ready for the wedding now. And if you're interested in seeing that, definitely subscribe because I will be posting it soon. And I'm gonna take you guys along as I get ready and also go to the wedding and everything. See you later. So clearly Miko likes the pillows. Look at this. That's a $40 bed that you're on, buddy. You're so handsome. It's okay. I forgive you. You can lay wherever you want.